Hello everyone and welcome to the TDM FunCup Championship, here provided to you by Digital Motor Club as well as an organisation, and then the stream brought to you by JBSports. It is great to have your company. Apologies, we are slightly late on, having a couple of technical issues up here in the commentary box as well. We've only got 2 minutes left of qualifying, so we are going to bring you straight through to the action as Matt Pryor makes his way through. In the commentary box, my name is Omi, delighted to be with you, and hopefully alongside we should have Nina. Hello Nina. I did say hopefully. She's unfortunately having a couple of Wi-Fi issues, everybody. So we don't have her.
Hello, if you can hear me.
There we go. Yes, hello Nina. We have you, but just slightly delayed. How are we then?
I'm good, thank you. I think connection is terrible, so I do apologise if I'm a little bit lagging behind. But yes, I'm good. I'm glad to be here. Good to be part of the FunCup Championship. Never done anything like this before, so it's good and exciting to try something new this evening.
It really, really is. So the drivers are making their way through on the circuit, and we have only got a couple more minutes to go off this qualifying session. So we make our way by, and Pryor is 1.9 seconds off the pace to Webber, who has got the advantage at the front of the field. Jig in second place, and then we do get to Pryor in third. Just as I say, that Jig has gone off the road, and it's a trip straight back through to the pit lane. It's Rich Rue in fourth, Daniel is fifth, and then we find ourselves with Armstrong, who is in sixth, and then Burji is in seventh. My name is on the leaderboard, but do not worry, I will not be contesting this at all. We're going to leave it to the drivers, Nina.
Are you sure you don't want to have a go?
No, I don't really like the sounds of it personally.
Might be quite good. I think you'd surprise yourself.
Maybe one day as well. Okay, we've got just over 10 seconds to go of this qualifying session. Well, Nina, we've got a dominant pole sitter at the front, considering what we're used to seeing. 5/10, half a second. That is a great advantage for Webber.
That really is. He's putting in some good timings there for the quality, so let's see if he can keep that up for going into the race. But good advantage, and to be honest, I think they're all doing really well out here. We don't know too much about their background history, do we, with the racing side of things and what they have done before. So it'd be interesting to see if it's going to be a bit of a battle out there. Elbows out, as they say.
Yes, we absolutely do love elbows out indeed. Checkered flag is flying. Pryor is trying to improve. He's got to find a whole second, though, if he is to get up to third position. As you can see, it is Burji who's got it for the moment. So it was a late lap, but it was a good lap for Burji. Armstrong has gone off and is stationary. P7, and it's a trip straight back through to the pit lane. So it is all eyes, Nina, on the Marshal to try and improve.
Yeah, see, that's why I think we should get you in there. Have a commentator and a marshal going around. But yes, come on, Matt, you need to get this going. Come on, use your skill and your knowledge.
I mean, he's so used to seeing all the chaos around him. He's so used to seeing rapid lap times as well, and certain drivers who don't cause him any trouble out there on the circuit. And I assume he wants to be one of them. So he's only got a couple more corners, and then we'll hopefully be able to see whether he can find a second. But, you know, with a 10-minute qualifying, there is so much time to actually find. So it can absolutely happen as we now come towards the end of the lap by Pryor. Oh, he's got on the grass, and he's lost it. Round he goes, and into the barrier. No. He's got into the barrier, Nina, waiting for the marshals now to come and arrive on the scene.
A marshal for a marshal, yeah?
Seems like it.
I think you jinxed him there.
Oh, my word.
We both jinxed him there. We were both rooting for him, weren't we, to get back?
We were. And unfortunately, it did not go that way. Webber, though, has ended up taking pole position. And, well, we said it was half a second at the time. Now it's 7/10 of a second as well. So a great lap 1 minute 45.144, and that is our grid. It is Webber, then Jig, Burgi, Pryor, Richru, Daniel, and Armstrong, the 7 drivers who will take the first race, who will take and line up for the first race that will be coming your way in a couple of moments' time as well. But good qualifying. We only saw the last few minutes of it, but at least we saw the ending and saw, you know, the most important part of the qualifying session.
We did, and to be honest, if qualifying is anything to go by, I think these races are going to be, well, it's going to be very tight because, let's be honest, anything can happen, and Brands is a good circuit, as we all know, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they all fare up when they're all out there together. So, I say bring on the racing.
Yes, bring it on indeed. If Nina does sound somewhat robotic at times, she is having some issues. Her Discord's not behaving.
Yeah.
Something's not behaving her side as well. So yeah, it I guess didn't prepare as much as you did for this occasion because, you know, we were both raring to go. But your Discord, on the other hand, probably not the case.
No, I'm so sorry. I am trying to fix it in the background so that I don't sound like a robot going forward. So I can only apologise.
Absolutely. But we've only got 1 minute to go until we can find ourselves taking the lights and getting race 1 underway. Nina, by the way, will be calling the race start for race 2. Hopefully when her issues and everything is all sorted as well. Looking forward to that later on.
I like how you sprung that on me. But yes, why not? I mean, if it's lagging, I might be delayed. So that's going to be interesting, but we'll see what happens. Because right now, my picture has gone. So at the moment, I'm calling a black screen. So that'd be good.
Oh my word! Your Discord is not allowing you to do anything, is it? At the moment,
it's really not. It's really not. So right now, I can hear you, and that's all I've got.
Yes.
I've got a bit of timings next to me, and you're my lead, really, Omi. This is all on you. I'm so sorry.
Not going ideal, is it? Not going ideal. But we've still got a race to bring you. The reason why my voice has just gone that way. The drivers are leaving, which is indicating to me that we're going into another restart, which is always fun. Webber is left, as you can see. So is Sandeep as well. So actually, we may have a little bit more time before we do actually get underway. So, we will be heading into a bit of a restart procedure. In the meantime, let's run you through our calendar and the races we will be bringing your way across this season. We'll be starting off round 1, as you can tell, at Brands Hatch, and then we will be making our way into Silverstone, and then the Red Bull Ring for round number 3. I'm just going to get myself back in as well as I talk you through the calendar. Nina's just getting herself all nicely sorted. Round 4 will be at Nürburgring, and then we'll go to Vallelunga for round 5. Laguna Seca, oh my word, that's going to be very interesting for round 6. And then Silverstone National round 7. Brands Hatch Indy round 8. And it will be Imola, where we will conclude our season. No longer on the F1 calendar, but we're going to use it to conclude our season in round number 9, Nina.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to this, actually. There's some really good tracks on there, and it's a good mixed bag of everything as well. It's definitely going to be testing their skills throughout, so it's definitely a season to watch, I would say.
It is a season to watch indeed. So, we are just loading in and getting all set for what should be, hopefully, an exciting contest. You've got 2 races that will be coming your way across today. And we've got a countdown to the 5 red lights. So here we go. We're about to get the new season underway. We've got 5, 6 red lights. We're underway and racing for Season 1 of the TDM FunCup Championship. Webber's got the launch off the line, but can he lead us down into the first turn? Jig is going to be there for company, and Burji's also going to be in the mix as well, as they tackle through the first few turns, and it's Burji all the way around the outside trying to go from third up into P1, but Webber with the inside, and the driver who was so quick in qualifying is momentarily going to be having the advantage, but Burji is still fighting this one. Fantastic racing to start off Season 1, and Burji has found himself in the lead as he runs slightly wide, but it is Burji, then it is Webber, and then Pryor finds himself P3, as Webber still hasn't given this one up, back up the inside, and this leading group absolutely going for it as Daniel and Richru go side by side for P5, Nina.
Yeah, I'm getting some crashes coming up on my screen. I've got a crash for Daniel and a crash for Rich, but yeah, it's a very exciting off there. It's very, very tight nip. That's what it is. We start the race, so it's all go, go, go as we continue round.
It really, really is. Armstrong going the long way round on Richru. Daniel is dropped all the way down to 7th position. Can he go all the way round still? Richru at the inside, and Armstrong's going to have a trip through the gravel, and that is not ideal one bit, Nina.
No, not at all. That was a little bit naughty. There was a little bit of a tap there, but good recovery. Didn't bin out or anything like that. I don't think that that's going to lose him too much time. I reckon he can come back through and pick up the pace that he needs to for sure.
Pryor making his way down towards the braking zone, hoping to remain with Webber. Burji has got himself a 1.3 second advantage, as it is very, very close for 3rd and 4th position. And actually there's a chance here for Jig. Jig trying to find their way by, trying to look left and right, trying to sell the dummy, but not being successful in the process. So Pryor still running in the podium position. And I guess, Nina, if you can't end up winning the race, a podium is a great place to be.
It is. It really is. I think when this racing is so close and tight as it is, I think anywhere to finish on the podium, like you say, if you're not going to be winning the race, a podium is the place to be. So, but it's not all over yet, so we can't possibly say what's going to happen, because it's all been action packed so far, as we said in the qualifying, and actually as we started to come around the first couple of corners.
Yeah, it really has been all go as you described to us earlier. We've had the drivers leave the line and immediately go into combat, and you know, what a way to start this new league, as Richru is trying to do something further back in terms of an overtake up against Daniel. Daniel and Richru neck and neck with Armstrong, spectating with the rest of us and watching this battle take place, but it's Daniel who stays ahead of Richru, who cannot find their way by. But Nina, you see this probably a lot as a marshal, especially in this type of racing, where, you know, one route doesn't work, you can try and go for another, inside, outside. There's so many possibilities, especially around Brands Hatch.
Oh, absolutely. Brands is notorious for that. It's a good racing track for any kind of like series, really, because as you say, you can try and go around different areas as well, and it's always good fun. As I say, I like elbow racing, like elbows out racing. That's my kind of racing, and Brands Hatch is the place to do that. We see it all the time as a marshal, but we don't want to see anybody coming off, so let's keep it clean.
Yes, let's keep it clean. Oh, very close to the gravel. Armstrong, is he keeping it clean? Just about. I think you were probably going to get someone to a virtual marshal there if that continued on, Nina. But look at this. Matt is under pressure, talking about marshals, under major pressure, and Jig is really trying to do something directly in behind where he can hopefully make an overtake in his case. Matt, of course, hoping for the opposite. We've got 10 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock to go. Looking good, looking very, very good at the moment. This is one of the main and major battles on the circuit. Another one possibly beginning for the lead. Webber trying to close back in the advantage to Burji, who is keeping an 8/10, 9/10 gap. I guess that is still a secure margin, but as soon as it gets under 1 second, I think the pressure really begins to apply, doesn't it, Nina, for the driver who is ahead? If we still have Nina. We may have lost her. Everybody. At least we had her for a couple of minutes there. Unfortunately, as we mentioned, her Discord does not want to absolutely work here today, which is a real shame. So, yeah, she just alerted me that her Discord froze, everybody. She will be back with us very, very shortly. For now, you've got the, hopefully, I hope you can say, the amazing sounds of myself. But if that's not the case, then that is absolutely fine. But at least you've got the fantastic sounds of these FunCup Championship cars navigating their way by, with a battle for the lead, with a battle for P3, and Ritrue, Daniel and Armstrong just waiting for something to unfold ahead. Really exciting stuff then, as Jig gets closer and closer to an overtake but can't find their way by. It's half a second out front. Jig and the number 274 car there. It looked like a good exit, but what can you do with a good exit? Can you try and turn it into an overtake? Matt taking the wider line. Jig trying to stand on the power first. Now we stand on the power together on board with Jig and Pryor, and Jig is getting closer in the slipstream. Can he try and make a move? Under the bridge we go. 3/10 between first and second place. Jig looking to try go the long way round. Can he try and force his rival into an error? Because this is something that you can do so many times. If it doesn't work one way, you can definitely try do something else. But this is really, really exciting stuff, as is this battle. What a start to the league. What a start to the championship, where we're immediately looking in two different directions to see who is going to be dishing out the overtakes. 8 minutes to go on the clock. Really exciting stuff, and now Webber has got a chance. The pole sitter has got a chance to try and regain the lead that he had. Tries to get better traction. It didn't work in his favour too much that time by, but now down towards the first turn of the circuit. Will a chance come, I wonder? Getting closer and closer. What about Jig? I think he's much more closer. I think he's going to force a defensive shake from Matt. Early braking, hoping for the switchback, hoping for the power down. It's going to get close, and Matt has a big issue now into the braking zone. Jig has a look, has a send up the inside, and hopes that by the time he stands on the power, on the exit of the corner, that he'll be in third position. But Matt is holding on. This is absolutely fantastic driving from Matt, who is not giving this one up one bit. And Jig still has to try and become inventive, still has to experiment a bit more on the circuit if he is to find a way by. Nina, I think you're back with us. Matt is continuing to deliver the defence in an absolute brilliant way.
Yes, I'm back. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Fabulous. I'm so sorry. I'm having all the IT issues. But yes, I can see from here we're getting some really good racing. Matt is really delivering. He's not letting this go without a fight, is he? He's keeping those elbows out and he's keeping them at bay behind. But let's just see what's going to happen as we continue round. We're still under 6 minutes to go. Just over 6 minutes to go, sorry. So, yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah, and we've got a battle for the lead right on cue. They go wheel to wheel, and Burgi is still going to be keeping P1. So the drivers who are defending are turning out to be quite successful at the moment, and the ones attacking still have to try just a bit more and more, because we've not seen a change, but we've seen so much wheel to wheel, and that is fantastic. It's not an easy overtake. It never is at Brands Hatch. It is an earned and well-deserved overtake, which is why it's taking a lot of time, and which is why it is not settled. Armstrong has got past Daniel, who might have had a moment on the circuit as well, Nina, but we still are going wheel to wheel, and Burgi with the inside should be able to hang on, unless we're going to see the latest and greatest move around the outside from Webber, but not this time by.
No, that was really, really close. That was good defending. But here we go. We're coming round here. So that's really good defending, actually. He's keeping them at bay, but he's still trying to get all those opportunities, and he's just taking him off.
Oh my word, Burgi.
I feel like we're jinxing this.
We are jinxing it, absolutely, as Pryor is at risk of losing the position. So Webber gets himself to the lead, Burgi drops down to second place, and Pryor at the same time is still, though, being successful in his bid to keeping P3, as Jig cannot go anyway past. So we have got a change for the lead, but still third and fourth are remaining in the same positions. I say that the Jig is absolutely on it with the traction, and now as they go towards our camera, the move possibly could be on for Jig, and this is absolutely fantastic. Of course, with these smaller cars, it means even at a tight circuit like Brands Hatch, you've got plenty of chances to try and make an overtake, and Jig is feeling very brave all the way round. That is absolutely fantastic, and he still somehow is level, and he still is finding himself alongside until Pryor gets to another inside opportunity, and he takes it with both hands. So Pryor's still in P3, but yeah, Nina, the battle for the lead, that time we had them go off the road as they were battling. It's getting to that intensity.
Really, really is. The battle for the lead is getting hot and heavy, I guess, and so is the battle for third. As he's not giving up without a fight, is he, Pryor? He's keeping Jig at bay, but he's still behind him, and he's still really attacking him from every single angle as well. And like you say, the beauty of this with Brands Hatch and the size of these cars is that you can attack on every single corner. There is nothing there stopping you. So the battle is all the way around, which I think is fantastic as we come up down to the start finish. Look at that.
Yes, 4 minutes to go. Third and fourth up for debate, and still is up for debate because Jig now with the inside, so that's crucial because he's not been able to get to this part of the circuit for so long. Matt has always had it covered, and now Matt is going to have to be brave all the way round Nina, and Jig may just have it, but Matt's going to fight back surely.
He is. He's going to keep that defending. He's not going to let it go without a fight as they come round, and Jig has just gone wide there, but that was still really good because he still kept maintained that lead just for now, but they're still very tight and close even as they come up to every single corner. It's great. It's great racing. Look at this. It's constantly backwards and forwards.
Yeah, and you think that you're exaggerating the point every single corner, but it is quite literally every single corner. As unbelievable as it is, they're still going for it, and it's fantastic to watch. And Matt has always had this under control, but Jig this lap has felt the most confident of all to finally get ahead, and he has got ahead. Matt loses the place, and Jig finally takes third position with 3 minutes to go, Nina.
Yeah, that was a good move. I can't deny that was very well played. You just got to buy your time, I think, sometimes with this. It's a case of you got to jump for it at every corner that you can. And like you say, it's not even an exaggeration because every corner is an opportunity for sure. And Matt's been doing such a good job at keeping him at bay, but Jig just saw that opportunity and went for it. And now he's got a good, clean head to start. So is he going to be starting to attack for that first position, do we think?
He's got, well, 10.2 seconds ahead, so I think probably will need some drama at the front, but the top two are so close together, and Jig absolutely fighting away with the car there, and that's going to give actually momentum and a good chance for Pryor to fight back. So he may have done all of the work to get that position, and now Pryor has got the chance to go all the way round into the first turn. So now he's the attacking car. Let's see how he does with the attack, and let's see what Jig does with the defense, but they're still going for it, and it's very close, door to door stuff, British touring car stuff basically, Nina, between the two.
It really is. It actually is. I feel like I am watching British touring car. It's fantastic. It's great to see. And yeah, Matt's still trying to get past. He's still trying to defend with Jig as well. But I have to say, it's just all down to seeing what opportunity you can get at any time. But this is going to be going on until the end. I can see it's really exciting to watch, actually.
Yeah, and if you've just joined us and are seeing only 1 minute 30 seconds on the clock remaining, yes, that's true, but that's for this race. We have the same 15-minute coming your way straight after. We've got another 15-minute race coming up, so exactly the same. Another standing start leading into another round of the championship, basically. So we do 2 races per round. We ran you through the calendar earlier on. We'll make sure we do so later on when we're probably a bit less stressed due to some of the issues that have happened. But yes, Nina, all eyes right now are on the remaining 1 minute.
Yeah, definitely. Anything can happen, as we always know. Racing is so unpredictable, and that's why we love it, and that's why we watch it. But I have to say, Jig is ahead, and he is maintaining that distance there, getting a nice distance between him and Matt, so that's interesting to see. But as we know, anything can happen, so we can't rule out that this is going to be how it's going to be finishing, going down to, as we tick down to the last bits.
We are on the final lap of the race. Webber only has 1 more lap of Brands Hatch to go until he can call himself the winner. Burgi in second place, and then third and fourth, they are still glued together, as has been the case all the way through. Ritru is 5th, Armstrong and Daniel are also close together. So Nina, well, 2 battles on a last lap, bring it on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic to watch when you get the battles, not just for the top spot, but you also get in that battle in the middle as well. It's really good to watch. And I have to say, it's all been quite very close racing as well. Yes, we do have obviously quite a large gap between we have Rich and Armstrong, but to be honest, it has been pretty tight. They've been all pretty close together, and that's what we love about this. It's, as you said before, very much like British Touring Car in that sense.
It really, really is. Daniel and Armstrong, though, look to be pushing on real hard. They both were slightly deep, they both were slightly wide, because I think Daniel is desperate to try and get himself this position. He's right now running last, and, you know, in a grid of only 7 drivers, you don't really want to be finishing last on the road. So this is absolutely for pride, and him and Armstrong are absolutely going to go all in to try and get this 6th position. Daniel getting super close, looking for the opportunity to pull alongside, finding that opportunity, and now it's going to be wheel-to-wheel stuff between the two of them. Bit of contact made. Armstrong will go off the road and he'll sail on wide, and then it will be a battle in towards the braking zone, and Armstrong is just about going to hang on, so Daniel still has to do a little bit more if anything is going to change in that battle. But at the front of the field, weaving across the line, Webber will see the checkered flag, and he will take the first victory in the TDM FunCup Championship. It is Webber Nirashto who is on top, and then it is Burgi in 2nd place, and 3rd will go to Jig, and Pryor will be 4th. Ritru will follow in P5, but Nina, it is all to be fought for P6 and P7, and they're side by side. I think Armstrong is going to have it. Oh, Daniel's going to get close, and it's going to be a drag race to the line between the two of them. 800ths of a second, and Armstrong gets there. Fantastic battling, and it's only the first race of this championship, but we've already brought to you a drag race between 2 drivers. It is Armstrong who beats out Daniel, and it is Armstrong P6, Daniel P7, but it is Webber who has taken the win by 4.1 seconds, and that is race 1 done, and another one coming your way. So we've lost Nina, unfortunately, which is why I tried to give her the side-by-side across the line, and we got no answer. So I had to do a bit more work there, everybody, as well. But no, unfortunately, bless her Discord's not working at all as well. Come on, Birch, get us some better equipment. Ridiculous. I mean, it wouldn't be a JBM broadcast if I didn't throw shade at all, would it? Right, we're going to take you over to the calendar screen, because I believe we've got to leave and do some rejoining now. So we're just going to get to that. But here's a reminder of all the rounds that we have coming your way. I think we're still waiting to see what's going to happen on circuit. All the drivers are still here. Okay, so I believe we aren't going to have to leave and rejoin this time. I think we are just about okay. As I say, that Armstrong is disconnected. So I think there's a bit of... We saw Daniel leave and then come straight back. So I think there's a bit of confusion in terms of what has to be done. That's always the way, isn't it? That is always the way. We will wait and see. And yes, I do believe we do have to... Okay, so for the moment we're just going to hold up here in the commentary box as we wait. We're seeing a few drivers leave and rejoin, but it's not actually doing anything, in fact. So they're just rejoining back into the server. So I'm going to hold off rejoining. Instead, what we'll do is... Yeah, the drivers are coming back in and they are finding themselves with the same issue. So instead, what we'll do is... I'll wait and see. I'll get the invite ready. Yeah, okay, we're going into another race, and we don't actually need... Fantastic. We're going into another race, and we don't actually need to disconnect. That is absolutely brilliant. I believe Nina's back with us now. It was once again a hope, everybody. I can't guarantee anything. I think we've still got Nina with us. Just quickly double check. I think she's just getting her mic on. We'll give her that moment. We're preparing for another race. So we'll wait and see how it is going to go. Great to have your company wherever you might be watching from in the world. This is the first day of the league. Drivers are coming back and preparing for another contest. Okay, I think we do need to leave, unfortunately. We do need to leave indeed. So we'll just quickly get that sorted. There's a bit of confusion in terms of what we had to do, but we do have to leave indeed. So we'll get that done right now, and we'll get ourselves back in straight away, hopefully, in time for the race start. JT will be producing this, by the way, hopefully in a few rounds, we hope. So it'll actually be a bit easier, because yeah, there's a lot more than just going in the lobby and sitting and waiting for everything to happen. You have to leave, rejoin, and do all of that. Luckily, we do have a 2-minute countdown, though, so we have got a little bit of time. So we'll take a look at live pictures then. We'll hope to take a look at live pictures. There we go. Just take a moment to load. And we are all with you now. As we await for the race to get underway. Set to 16 minutes. So 1 extra minute of racing possibly. Oh, there we go. It's been adjusted to 15. Right when I got a bit excited. That we'd probably have a bit, maybe an extra minute to bring you. No, we're sticking with our 15. Let's not get too greedy. We've still got 15 minutes. That is still a lot for these drivers to produce their goods. I'm hoping Nina can get back. I was going to give her this restart, but I don't think, unfortunately, we've got Nina. Her Discord is not behaving itself, unfortunately. I think it's time to throw some more shade towards Joshua Birch. Come on, Birch, do something. We want to have Nina completely audible and with us. Anyway, though, I guess it's another race start for myself at the moment. Here come the lights for the second time in Brands Hatch. We're underway, lights out, lots of wheel spin off the line for the pole sitter, and Webber is going to have the advantage down towards turn 1 momentarily, but Burgi is going to beat him off the line, down through to the first turn of the circuit, straight up into the lead goes Burgi, as Webber drops down to second place. Jig is in third, then it's Pryor. They're going to continue their scrap that they had earlier on in race number 1. Daniel is finding himself past Armstrong, and Daniel is actually getting past Ritru as well, so possibly a double overtake there as they remain wheel to wheel. Fantastic stuff to watch as we complete, or get ready to complete, our first minute of racing. But Burgi, absolutely fantastic to get himself to the lead, but fighting immediately back. That is fantastic from Webber. A tenth of a second, the gap that our timing board was telling us, only for a moment, because that's how quickly it changes. Webber finds himself inching ahead, and Jig is also there. We're very nearly 3 wide between them. Fantastic stuff to watch. I've seen GB3 cars attempt this and it didn't go too well. Right now we're sticking to 2 wide, and Burgi has got the advantage by a tenth of a second. Jig is there, so is Pryor. An absolute brawl at the start of this race. And look at this, Jig trying to go the long way around. They want to enter themselves in the conversation for the win as Burgi goes off. Burgi goes off the road. And that is going to give the invitation, and that is going to give the way through. So Webber leads, Jig is in second, Burgi drops down to third, make that fourth, because Matt is roaring all the way round, or at least he would have hoped that he would be, but it's Burgi who confirms himself in third. Webber's in first, Jig is in second, Burgi, then Pryor, then Daniel, Armstrong, Ritru is the order. What a start to the race that was. All action from the moment we hit go, and now they're so close together. Pryor trying to do something. On board, we're flicking through all the camera angles to get you to the right one, to get you to Pryor, moving up to P3. Oh, contact! Spinning round. Matt Pryor spins with contact with Burgi, and they collide, having battled for third position, and Daniel is going to promote himself up through. Burgi's going to go slowly, it seems. Oh, it's all happening ahead in our front picture right now. Daniel had a bit of a slide, but he's going to try and hang on up against Armstrong. Webber's got the advantage by 7/10 of a second. Slightly wide for Burgi, watching Armstrong and Daniel go wheel to wheel ahead. And Armstrong is going to be getting past. Daniel will try and meet him on the apex. Burgi will be a spectator as well. And they both go off the road. Power applied. Burgi's going to try and get himself past the pair of them. Was he able to get there on the grass? It would have been brave. As we wait for them to all make their way through our camera shot. I know Burgi dropped down. So he dropped down. Armstrong still in fourth. Then it's Daniel. And I think Burgi's being fair. I think he wants to let Matt through. I think is what's happening there. Yeah. Okay, so due to the contact, so that's what happened. We expected him to be gaining 2 places, but no. He backed out. Fair driving. That is really great to see from Burgi, just backing out because he knows there was contact between himself and Matt. And he just wants to equalise things and put them on a level playing field to battle in the remaining 11 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. So, Webber with the perfect advantage. Jig, I say perfect, but when you cut to it and it's half a second, maybe not. Maybe not. It's a comfortable situation, I'd say, for Webber, because he's been there before, he knows how to deal with it. For Jig, he can go all in. You know, he showed his attacking skills earlier on. And, you know, it was absolutely fantastic to see. We've got 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go. And slightly wide goes Webber. And Jig still with the opportunity to try and do something at the end. Really exciting action in the first 5 minutes. We're about to progress through into the final 10 now. And this is where it is all to be fought for by the drivers. Linktree with a spin. So Linktree goes round. Not what they wanted at all. And that means that they've now got a big advantage ahead. And when I say advantage, I mean time difference. So a big advantage to try gain now. So, to be fair, more of a disadvantage if we're honest. But, you know, you get what I mean in terms of the time that they have to move forward and try and get themselves ahead to this battle now. Burgi and Matt Pryor had contact. Burgi very fairly backed out of it and put them together on the circuit, and now they're about to entertain us, we hope, for the final 10 minutes. Burgi momentarily had a slide a couple of corners ago as we watched them make their way through. It is 8/10 in it for the lead. Oh, sliding, and hanging onto the car. Burgi doing well there to hang on to things. We've got 9 minutes on the clock. This is only round 1 of many races coming your way. We'll run through the calendar later on for you in full picture, but we've got some great circuits, not just inside the UK but outside as well. Different continents too. It is going to be one season, and we so are looking forward to having your company here on JB Esports as we get this channel underway for you with, we have to say, in spectacular fashion, because the racing that we've seen today has been absolutely brilliant, and we cannot wait for hopefully it to continue across all the racetracks that we will visit across this season. Back with us now in the commentary box will be Nina in a few moments. We'll just let her get all set and ready. Looks like she's fixed her issues, and we'll be back to call us, to help me call you through to the end of this race. So the gap is extended at the front. Webber now with a 1.2 second advantage to Jig. And then you are focusing on the closest battle that we've got going on. Matt Pryor P5. Burgi P6. 7/10, 8/10. It is fluctuating all the time. And it is great to see between them. Another battle that's actually, well, we've entered another battle, let's say. We've expanded it because Matt Pryor, 4/10 behind Armstrong. 4th, 5th and 6th. have nothing to separate them. Wherever you might be watching from in the world, great to have you with us. Let us know in the live chat on your thoughts so far of this. As we see the move come in, Matt Pryor dive bombs down the inside, and out of all the overtakes we've seen today, that's one of the more simpler ones, but ones that will be satisfying nevertheless for Matt Pryor. As directly behind Armstrong and Burgi use all the width available to them and beyond off the road to try and get themselves a good exit off the corner. Fantastic sounds off these cars as they push on by flat out, and it is half a second, even under that in the battle for the lead. It is all building up now to a bit of a fantastic ending that will be coming your way in the final 6 minutes and 30 seconds. All to play for, and Webber is leading, but only just. Burgi is looking for an overtake up against Armstrong too. And Armstrong is going to be in slightly deep. Better traction off the corner for Burgi. And now it's a drag race that Burgi will hope that they can win. The two cars who are dressed in blue and white were wheel to wheel not for long. Burgi fights their way by. Meanwhile, on that lap, you had the fastest lap, the personal best lap of the race for Jig, who is really beginning to put on the pressure. Oh, what's happened? Jig is round. Jig has lost the car. And the driver who was looking to try and contend for the lead, soon as I say he's had the fastest lap, he goes for a spin. And that is going to be the chance gone. At the same time, Daniel and Matt Pryor, wheel to wheel. And Pryor gets ahead. Also at the same time, Armstrong and Burgi going for it. And Armstrong's got the inch ahead, but hasn't got the full car length there just about yet. Fantastic switches of positions across the field and battling, and Armstrong has got that place now. P5, Daniel P4 ahead, Matt Pryor P3. Jig is still in second, but having had a spin, having had a moment, and having lost so much time. But to be fair, I say that, and I think Webber may have just slowed down a little bit to try and give Jig a chance back, but that was such a dramatic moment. So it's now 9 tenths, it's 8 tenths. So I think Webber wants to have a bit of a battle, and he doesn't want to just dominate away. We've got a great community of drivers here who want to entertain us all the way through. We'll hopefully have Nina back, as I mentioned. Just putting that out there in case she has got everything sorted. If not, no worries. But she's working as hard as possible, by the way, to try and get back with us. She's even got Mr. Birch on the phone momentarily, trying to help up Drew. I'd also like, as we're mentioning names, I'd also like to quickly take the moment to thank JT for a lot of the graphics, which we haven't been able to show you too much of due to some of the issues, but we'll have them at the end of the broadcast. For now, we'll focus on the wheel-to-wheel action with Burgi, who has got an inside gap on Armstrong, and now, as they come over the line, over the start-finish straight, wheel-to-wheel they go. And of course, as we mentioned, similar liveries, both in the 252 numbered cars. And oh, one nearly spins on the way on the outside, one nearly spins on the inside, and Armstrong ends up ahead. That's how hard they're fighting for control of these cars. Talking about fighting for control, that is something that Ritru, unfortunately, at that moment, has not been able to do because he spun, and he is now going to drop 15 seconds as he rejoins. So he's going to drop down a little bit. You are on board with the driver running in second place, and the driver running in second place who wants to try and have an effect in the battle for the lead. Really, really great racing so far, as they push their way by and stand on the power. Jig hits the apex. Look at the speed carried, my word. These aren't the fastest things in the world compared to, you know, your single-seaters your high-level GT racing cars, etc., etc. But they might be a bit more slower, but the difference is definitely made by the driver. And the difference can be made in such a big way, in a way that Jig is only car lengths behind our race leader. We're about to send it over the line. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. This is the closest Jig has been. Can he mount an attack on our race leader as we go through turn 1? Webber takes the line nicely. Jig takes it with much more momentum and trying to send the car in. He's behind. He knows where to go different to your rival. He's been following for now a few minutes. He'll be able to assess where his rival is strong, where his rival is weak, and what can he do to try and change the outcome of this race. This is only the second race. It's the first round overall. It's only the second race of this league, the TDM Fun Championship, and you've got the top 2 going for it in the final minutes. This is great to watch. We promised you great action from the start of the show. You had a qualifying which may have seen huge gaps. Race 1 was enthralling. A battle for the lead. Battles everywhere in that race. Race 2, similar story. But in race 2 it's going all the way till the end, as they will make their way by. Jig, 3/10 back. Webber is keeping it for now. For now is the critical word, because this is going to be absolutely fantastic. With 50 seconds on the clock to go, they come towards the end of the lap. And talking about lap, we're about to go on to the final lap. The final run through Brands Hatch with a gap 0.5 of a second. It's Webber versus Jig. Who is going to come out on top? Is Webber going to see the checkered flag first once again? Or are we going to be seeing Jig get himself up there? The gap is 0.6 of a second. It has to be something extraordinary from Jig. Jig, who had a spin momentarily. Webber allowed him to close back up to give us this fantastic battle, and now it's fair and square with 8 seconds to go, but the clock will run down. We will still have sectors to go, and you can see they're both running in deep. You can tell they're both running in wide because they really want this victory. Webber with the advantage. We're going to jump on board here with Jig, because the onboard is going to tell you whether Jig is really closing in, or does he have a lot more work to do in the final moments of this race. 0.5, 0.6. It is all to play for. Send it in through the corner. See what you've got, momentum-wise. Jig is doing well, but Webber is doing it even better, because the gap has stayed the same. It is not extended. It has not come down. It has been the same, and that means Webber is just doing this absolutely perfectly, putting it in the right places at the right time, and he will know that he's only got a couple more corners to go until he can call himself a winner. It was a great battle in race 2, and while there's not been too much side by side in race number 1, he has been under so much pressure in the final stages, but Webber will come over the finish line to do the double in Brands Hatch. What a way to start off season 1 of the TDM FunCup Championship for Webber, who wins once again and comfortably finds himself taking the checkered flag with a 7/10 advantage, considering it was 3/10 at times. Matt Pryor gets himself a podium in 3rd, Daniel is 4th, Armstrong is 5th, Burgi will take the checkered flag in 6th, and Ritrue, unfortunately, has not had the race that he would have wanted, but he's got so many other opportunities coming his way across the season. Ritrue will come over the line, out of the final corner, and will find himself 7th by the time the checkered flag drops. How about that? What a start to proceedings. And now we can get to the donut celebration. I've called a lot of Assetto Corsa races. Once the checkered flag drops, it is all fun out there. Is anyone getting involved in any of the fun? Let's see. I think they're all just driving around for a bit. But, you know, they've taken the flag. It is celebration time pretty much. For some, disappointment and a race to forget for others. Thank you so much for joining us here today. It has been a pleasure to bring you this race. We'll still run you through the final bits and bobs, of course, before we wrap up here. But wow. Initial thoughts have to be that we're in for some season. Some incredible season as well. It is going to be some campaign. And we look forward to bringing it all to you. Nina is hopefully back with us. Oh no, no. Just as I say that, she's back. Is Nina back with us? No, not yet. There's a chance, everybody. We've taken the flag first. But hopefully we can get her thoughts overall on the season and everything. Now in calm mode, where we realistically just need her voice. But poor Nina, she's done everything she could to get herself here for race 2. Fortunately, wasn't to be. I think we are possibly getting something out here. Richard is disconnected. I was getting excited for some donuts. Do we have Nina?
Hello.
Oh my word, we have got Nina, everybody.
What have I missed?
You've missed the whole race, Nina.
What have I missed? I've just missed everything.
Yes.
Nothing but issues. Oh, don't.
Exactly.
It's been a disaster for me, but a fantastic opener to the season. So yeah, I'm so sorry that I missed it. Omi, you've done a fantastic job, and the guys have done really well for the first race. So let's hopefully, when we come back for round 2, I can actually be here for both races.
Yes, hopefully. Hopefully that will be the case. But yes, Brands Hatch delivered, and you know, the ending of that race too, even if we didn't have a wheel-to-wheel scrap all the way till the end, the closeness of the leaders was absolutely fantastic to watch. Okay, well, we're taking a look at our calendar very quickly. Brands Hatch, we have done. That is concluded. We'll be heading over to Silverstone International next time out. That'll be on the 24th of February, same time. And then we will make our way over to the Red Bull Ring as we take our first trip outside of the UK. Austria is going to be fantastic in these cars. Also, same applies to Nürburgring. That's next up. That's round 4 as well, straight after that. That'll be on the 10th of March. And then we head over to Vallelunga, which I've covered some single-seaters at as well, in the case of Italian F4 last year. And, you know, the racing, it was good. It was very, very good. It had a last lap fight. These cars can also do exactly that. So we look forward to seeing that on the 17th of March, and then Laguna Seca. Now, JT, who has produced this calendar screen as well, and has produced a lot here as well in terms of resources, and will be producing the entire show from next time out as well, hopefully, we hope. But yes, by the time we get to Laguna Seca, he absolutely will. And the reason why I'm bringing him up as we talk about round 6 is because that's what he is most looking forward to watching as well. So hopefully round 6 of Laguna Seca will deliver. Silverstone will go to the national layout for round number 7. That'll be on the 31st of March. Then we conclude March and head over to our final 2 races of the season in April. And that'll be Brands Hatch Indy. So we'll be back at Brands Hatch for the Indy layout. And then we'll conclude our campaign at Imola on the 14th of April at 7 p.m. So, Nina, we didn't get to run everyone through the calendar earlier. But now taking a look at it, now looking at it a bit more relaxed as well, because we've not really got a race now coming up. But what's your thoughts? It's really a stacked calendar, isn't it?
It really is. It's a good mix of different circuits as well, and I think it's going to be very interesting. I mean, we've got the Silverstone circuit in there. Everyone loves that, and I like the fact that we're going to be visiting Brands Hatch, and we're going to go for the Indy circuit this time, so it gives something a bit different when we come back and visit again in April. But I'm very much like JT. I am looking forward to Laguna. I can't deny that. It's going to be chaos. Is that the right word to use?
Yeah,
Actually,
absolutely.
Pure and
nailed the
utter
word.
chaos.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. I mean, I think it's just, I think every circuit brings something different, doesn't it? It's going to be definitely testing for them, and it's going to be an interesting season and a series to follow. So do make sure that you all follow along with the FunCup Championship, as I know I haven't been here, and I'm hoping I can come back with if my technical issues allow, and I'll be able to follow along and be up here in the commentary box a bit more as well.
Yes, absolutely. As well, as I mentioned, JT hopefully producing from next time out. We'll hopefully have Joshua Birch also getting involved with the Series 2. So you'll hopefully be hearing a lot of different voices and people handling these broadcasts across this campaign. But we're looking forward to the 9 rounds that we have coming up. Okay, well, we'll take you. Our lovely transition. Wanted to make sure that's also shown quickly as well for the last time. But Nina, I'll bring you up to the camera. I'll bring you up to the camera screen. We've got your lovely profile picture there as well for the moment. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough budget to get your camera here on the broadcast. But well, final thoughts then. Final thoughts from the first round. I know you didn't get to see too much of it, but overall, how was it like?
I didn't get to see everything. And unfortunately, my face will remain hidden. You'll just have to deal with my profile picture for now. But hopefully, I can be back on screen soon. Hopefully, next round maybe. But I thought it was a really good start to the series. I thought it was very, as I said before, very much elbows out kind of racing. We love that kind of tight-knit racing where there's multiple battles going on as well, as we saw, and it just makes it so much more interesting. And as we both said, very much like touring car style. So if you're into that kind of series, you want that close-knit racing, definitely follow along, because every corner there was a battle. Even on the straight, it was bringing something different, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, it's a really good fun series to be part of.
Yeah, absolutely. And as well, final question then, from yourself. I guess Matt to watch. Another Marshall. What are we saying in terms of his driving today? What's your opinions? What are you impressed with what you've seen?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, from a Marshall's perspective, he knows the circuit kind of from a different angle, I guess, as you know, as a bit like being a spectator, but as a Marshall, you see it from a completely different angle as well. And his driving was really, really good. I mean, you know, it's all going to be heating up as the season goes on, but it's, he's definitely one to watch. I mean, any fellow Orange Army out there, you'll be supporting Matt, I'm sure, going forward and giving him all the love and support that he needs with this, because, he's done very well to get this series together as well for us. And I know, obviously, here at JB, we are doing this all broadcasting side of it, but Matt is the guy who did create the series as well. So big shout out to him.
Yeah. Absolutely, indeed. And I know this is in the virtual world. I know it's in the virtual world, but I'm sure for the virtual marshals, Matt will be making sure that he's driving responsibly to just ensure he's not causing them any trouble. Because I mean, when you're there as a marshal, it's not always the greatest thing seeing many cars just come right to the side of you and giving you a bit of a clean-up job. So I would think that he'd probably be a bit careful when it comes to racing.
He will. He'll be definitely watching out for the virtual marshals as well. He'll be thinking of them like the normal marshals. He won't want to be giving them any hassle or anything like that. So yeah, it can be a bit intense when you are trackside and you are marshalling and you do see some cars coming towards you like that. But again, I think I've always said it. I think to be a marshal, you've got to be slightly crazy in the aspect that you love motorsport so much that you just want to be part of there. So Matt will try and test everything that he can, I'm sure. But he will just keep going and going for it. How have you found the series?
Yeah, absolutely. I've loved this so far. Absolutely.
You've led it.
Yeah, I've loved this series so far. It's been fantastic. It's had all the ingredients of chaos. I've never done this on a virtual broadcast. Actually, I lie. I may have done that on a Roblox where we actually did have a marshal in game, but I've never actually thanked the virtual marshals on an esports broadcast. I don't believe. Well, there's at least no video footage of it. So yes, I'd like to thank the virtual marshals. And actually, I think we also need to say a quick thank you to a keyboard, all the drivers' keyboard, because they've got a reset to pit lane button. So I guess that acts as a kind of marshal as well. It sends the drivers from the circuit to the pit lane in the case of trouble. And we saw that in at practice as well. So, Nina, I know I've already said that you've given your final thoughts, but after everything you've heard, we are going to wrap up now. What is your final thoughts?
It's definitely a series to follow along with. If you're interested in any kind of racing, I think you'll love this. If you like tight-knit racing, you like to see get together and enjoy that racing spirit I mean, where else are you going to get this on a Tuesday night like this right now? I mean, come along and join. It's all good fun. Everyone's done very well to get here for this first one. It's our first broadcast as well of the actual championship. So, and the title is there. It's the FunCup. It's all about having fun at the end of the day, and I can clearly see that everyone has. Even though I've had technical issues, I've had fun. Omi, I hope you've had fun too.
Yes. I have had fun, absolutely, indeed. And you know, also the thing is, it's all very quick and short. It's basically done in an hour. I know we've rambled on a little bit extra here today as well, because you didn't hear too much of Nina in the actual race. I needed to make sure that she actually got some words in this broadcast. But yeah, it's very short. It's just under an hour, so it is absolutely fantastic. Okay, well, we'll take you over. I've got to stop talking for the transition. There we go. Well, we'll take you over to the orbit screen and we will wrap up. Thank you very much to everyone who has joined us today. It has been the opening round of the TDM FunCup Championship. Brands Hatch has delivered, but we've still got 8 more rounds to go of all of this fun and chaos. We cannot wait to see you in a week's time for more Tuesday action. We'll see you there. Goodbye.